to say. I think.
Welcome back, everybody, to today's Research Channel, where we react to everything out there and everything that's being talked about. For this episode, we all gonna be reacting to old goofy boy here, Brandon Tatum. He called himself an officer, but he ain't no officer. He an internet uh, content creator, just like the rest of us. But this time, we're gonna be reacting to the Sonya Massie body cam footage. Where Brandon Tatum said it was justified for them to shoot. Let's see where his mind at, y'all.
That this is justified, but it could have been avoided.
Like I'm telling you, he got to be getting paid to do stuff like this. Like he got 3.83 million subscribers. Like come on now. He doing numbers in hours, 7 hours, 49, 4 hours, 80,000. Like come on now. Cancel. A lot of people prove you wrong. You be saying stuff without evidence. Like come on now. A lot of this, a lot of this. He just saying stuff with no evidence. The autopsy result. He checked Nancy. What? I hate
What
these
they had
people.
articulated to me that it wasn't abnormal for people not to snap and not to do a lot of pictures and things like that because they were focused on
But you
being
told me
off of the
they showed
mainland.
you pictures and videos.
Yeah,
So
but
they
that's
did
not
take pictures
uploaded.
and videos.
When you're talking about Snapchat, you're talking about a platform where people are uploading images and pictures to produce to the world. It's not abnormal for people not to snap. It's not abnormal for you not to have your phone. And Nolan wasn't the only person that left his phone on the boat. Go to tatumstore.com, tatumstore.com. If you want to get some cool merch, we got a whole bunch of really good stuff on there. And always send us a message in the support line if you got suggestions on merch. We'll love to take your suggestions, and we'll love to give you some love if you come up with something that we actually use.
Joining us, special guest Brandon Tatum. You know him well. He's a former police officer with Tucson PD. That's what impresses me. What impresses a lot of other people is he is the star of The Officer.
We're gonna have to get back into that, y'all. I'm gonna say that for later. Let's get back into this Sonya Massey video where he said it was
Yourself and be
justified.
professional. So if the thing goes south, you're not
Let's get into it.
in hot
You already
water.
sound
No
retarded.
pun intended. I'm not. It's too soon. Maybe it's too soon. I'm really not trying to make fun of
It's
this
not
man.
even
It's a
funny.
tragedy when
That's
anybody
exactly
loses their
what you
life.
just
I don't care if
did.
they're a criminal or not, except for if you abuse kids. Then I know you're on your own, Jack. For the most part, I don't care what situation a person is in. It's incredibly sad.
So what if they abuse women? You don't care? I mean, you sound
A person
goofy
lose their life.
already.
Never do I want to see a law enforcement officer have to take the life of another person, justified or not justified. It doesn't matter. I do not want to see it happen. I wish that we could avoid these things. Now, with that being said, let's talk about this specific situation. Allegedly, and through the documents, and when I say allegedly, because I don't believe none of the news says, and I don't believe the outcome of some of these cases anyway. However, I'll just use the word allegedly. So they responded to a prowler call, which means a person who's lingering or loitering around the property,
Get to it.
potentially going in the backyard searching through stuff. Could be an individual that could be looking to burglarize a facility. They show up to this woman's house, looking around the yard first, and then they make contact with her. She is mentally ill, according to the documents, suffer from schizophrenia and probably other mental health issues. Initially, when you watch this video, you're going to see that they were having a cordial conversation, and then it goes south. Benjamin Crump is on the case, so you know it's all BS, in my personal opinion. We would never hear about this case if
What?
the woman was white and these officers were white, or if the officers were black and this woman was white. You'd never hear about it whatsoever. The only reason we're hearing about this is because Benjamin Crump is trying to get some money and trying to get a payout. They ended up indicting the police officer that fired the shot, charged him with 3 counts of murder. As
Bro, first of all, he's a lawyer. That's what they do. They if you in the bind and he see he can get you out, all you gotta do is pay him. What? And he's gonna do his job. Put the facts out there. Like lawyers do tell people like ain't nothing you can do. You gotta take the time. You got caught red handed. Like they do say stuff like that. But if you ain't did nothing, they get you out of the jam, bro.
if he intentionally
Some lawyers good enough to get you out of jam that you put yourself in.
killed this woman, I'm
It's just their job.
gonna go through the process and tell you specifically why I think that there's room for improvement in tactics. I think that things could have been done differently. Maybe those things would have saved her life, but that has nothing to do with whether, in my opinion, whether an officer is justified or not in this particular instance in the predicament that they were already in. There's a lot for me to talk about, so I'm gonna just get the video started.
Man, everything about him, he's contradicting his own self. Like, bro, you believe in the Lord so much that you tattooed your body to make it seem like it was all right. The face in your body is against the Bible, and you still got it on your own. That's a twist. You showing you twisted already, brother.
And I'm gonna go methodically
Like, if you that deep into it, get that shit removed.
through the video and bring it up. I'm open to somebody disagreeing with me if it's justified or not. I don't think every police involved situation is justified. In this specific situation, I thought it was unjustified before I watched the video. That's why I want to review it with you guys. Roll the clip.
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID. One task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my
You have a stack right there, maybe?
1 second.
Check on her. We don't need a fire while we're here.
All right.
Okay. So they
It was already on the stove. We don't need a fire while we're here. Okay.
said we don't need a fire in here. Maybe she should check on the food, right? So she's probably discombobulated, rambling, and doing all these other things. She seems to be someone who's struggling mentally, right? There is training that officers are supposed to undertake to help them mitigate conflict with people who are struggling with mental illness. Because you're mentally ill don't mean you deserve to get killed over something, right? So officers should be trained and adequate enough to deal with a person and keep things calm so they don't have to get into a deadly force situation. They asked her to go and turn that fire off because they didn't want it to catch on fire while they were over there talking to her. And this is what happens next.
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in the name
You
of
better fuck.
Okay, so now she has the boiling hot water in her hand. It seemed like she poured it out, but I guess she didn't pour it all out. And then she started making statements to them. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now, as a police officer, you're talking to somebody who's mentally unstable. Now she has a pot of boiling water in her hand. And now she's starting to turn. Your antennas will go up. We'll get.
Why didn't you just tase her? The water wasn't gonna hit both of them. Why didn't you just tase her? That's what I want to know.
to some other options here. Your antennas will go up if somebody's now talking, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You become the enemy. They got a pot of boiling water in their hand.
Man, that shit going out the window. This dude is laughing. Like, bro is laughing. And this coon ass nigga trying to make excuses for him. Bro laughing. He
And
waited
then
to
they
do
rebuke
that.
you
He
in the
waited
name
to
of
dump that
Jesus.
jump. He
The
could have grabbed his
question that law
taser.
enforcement officers should be asking themselves and engaging is that what is she thinking and is she going to turn on us? Is this going to turn into an altercation? This woman has boiling water in her hand and she's rebuking us now.
No, that's where I got to shoot your.
Now, this officer here.
You better. No, that's where I'll shoot your face.
Okay.
Okay.
She ducking. She gonna try to get shot. And he up and just started dumping. She ain't even doing nothing. How is that justified?
Do I agree with the way he articulated what he said? No. I don't like when officers talk like that because this is what happens. When you end up shooting somebody, you already look like a deranged fool and look like a murderous thug because you don't have enough respect and decorum and professionalism not to talk like that to people. You may think to your mind, I'm gonna shoot you. You better drop it. Have a little bit of respect and know that you got to cover yourself and be professional. So if the thing goes south, you're not on camera saying, I'm going to shoot you in the head. That seems like an exaggerated, like a acceleration of force. He didn't de-escalate anything. He's escalating.
Drop the fucking top.
Now, this woman shouldn't have this boiling pot in her hand in the first place. She should put it down. Now, This is an unsafe situation. Where do they go from here? So she squats down. He's on gun. I do not have a problem with him being on gun because he's the officer that's closest to her. And this officer is now over here. He don't know if he's on taser or not. In this situation, this is a small house.
What you mean he don't know if he on taser or not? That motherfucker trained, right? Why you don't know if he on taser or not? Ain't they on different sides? Man, y'all just be making up any excuse. I want the officer, always officer, right? Gotta stick up for your boys.
And
Good old boy
stuff can
club.
start getting active real quick. You're not going to be able to turn your back on her and run out of the door. At this point, you kind of stuck in a position where you need to be keeping your eyes on her because you don't know what she's going to do. Now, I'll point this out. This is why I think that this is more justified than not. We don't know what's in that pot. Do you? Do we? Maybe now we do. But at the time, this woman is crazy and she's now manipulating this pot. How do we know she don't have acid in this pot or something even more dangerous? Okay.
Pot.
Now, officers' tactics is terrible right here. I'm not trying to judge them too harshly because, you know, when the stuff is hitting the fan, you know, sometimes people, they lose all a training, right? And it looked like that's exactly what they're doing here. Let's go back to this real quick. You never get yourself in a position where one guy is in front of another guy if there's a deadly force situation getting ready to occur. You're supposed to be side by side with one another because this is how you shoot your partner in the back if you're staggered. You cannot have a gun out and be staggered. If you have a gun out, y'all both need to be on the same line. So what I would do, and if I was with an officer and he pulled a gun, I would pull my taser or pull my gun. I mean, really, I would be on gun if I was the cop on the right side because it's hard for her to get over that table for the cop on the left, which is the guy who has a gun. The cop that's standing right here and this is body worn camera, he's the one in the bigger threat. So he should have a gun, tell him to transition to taser. So if you have the time, the tactics, you say, hey man, I need to go to taser, I'll be on gun. This did happen pretty quickly, so I'm not surprised they didn't do that. Because now they're on gun, but they're not on line. So now the officer end up engaging, and the guy behind him can only do nothing but shoot his partner in the back. Now, see, there's sympathetic reflex, which is why this is so dangerous. Sometimes people get on the radio with a gun in their hand, and there's sympathetic reflex, which means that sometimes when you do something with this hand automatically does something. That's why it's so dangerous to not be online, because he could be like, oh, I'm getting on the radio, and he go key the radio, and his finger pull the trigger at the same time he was shot his partner in the back. Thank God he didn't do that. But he's completely flagging him right here, completely flagging him. The gun is at his back. His gun is still at his back. I mean, he literally is going to shoot the guy in the back. Thank God he has a vest on. I get how it's getting active right now, so I'm not really trying to go too hard against these officers. I'm just saying an after action tactical report will be this, right? Okay, now they shot her. So I want to get to the part where I think it's invaluable to play because you need to hear what they say right after they shoot her.
Bring us now. We're gonna headshot wounded female. Headshot wounded female. 1078.
I was on.
So the guy didn't have his body worn camera on when they got indicted. Indicted. The other guy who was flagging his partner in the back, he had his body worn camera on the whole time. Now, this is not too crazy. It's against protocol and policy. It's not too crazy because as soon as he turned it on, the body camera has a playback of 30 seconds to a minute. So it would have captured a shooting in his body worn camera, which it did, as we're going to see here in a minute.
I'm going to go get my kit.
No, headshot, bitch. She's done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
Now, people may interpret this officer as
no kind of empathy or sympathy, and no kind of empathy or nothing for the family. Just right out. You can try, but it's over with for us. It's a headshot.
brash, and no, he's scared. This is an officer that's flustered.
You scared you don't need a job. Go find something else to do.
And he's talking out of fear and being flustered. He don't know what to do. He's probably never seen anybody with a headshot, point blank, and he's responsible. He's flustered. This is an officer that's inexperienced. I don't care how many years he got on, he's inexperienced. I can see it in his eyes when he turned around and looked at this officer and said, no, he's done, it's a headshot, he's done. He's losing himself, right? Experienced officer knows it don't matter if it's a headshot or not. You go get the kit and you play house or whatever you got to do because you need to be showing every effort possible that you're trying to save this woman's life.
You can go get it, that's headshot. Yeah, I'm not taking boiling water. Hey, look, it's right to our feet, too. You good?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, let her That's how we do, man. You good? All right.
Inexperienced officers. Both of them must be really young. I know that there's a lot of things that go on when you actually take somebody's life, and people in the public don't understand this because they've never been a patrol officer, they've never done anything like this, so they think that you should
You ain't doing long either, motherfucker.
act like a person would act sitting on the couch watching this. No, there's a lot of nerves and a lot of fear and there's a lot of stuff that go on, and these officers are not as experienced, so they're literally confused as to what to even do right now. When what they should be doing right now is at least going, clearing the house, making sure there's nobody else in the house, right? Because there was a prowler call. The prowler could be in the back room somewhere. They don't know. Clear the house. Start setting up this as a crime scene. Go to the car, get your med kit, and at least see if there's something you can do to render aid. At least go get the kit. Start crime scene. Get on the radio. These guys are just literally talking in circles and not even getting on the radio and saying anything.
You saying all is wrong that the police are doing, and still saying that it was justified. Come on now, that don't
They
make.
should say send EMS. It don't matter if it's a headshot. You send the medical unit. Let them determine that. Send EMS. We need. But let me just say this. I'm speaking from a municipality, right? That means we got a bunch of officers. These are deputies. They may not have none but them two on shift. I don't know. But they should be saying, hey, we need somebody to come and need a sergeant to respond, set up tape. They need to just start really working the scene because you never know when people are going to come up on the scene. Family members may show up. I mean, you never know. So you got to be active and going like this. But they're definitely inexperienced, and this is a shocking moment for them.
Well, I mean, what else do we do? I'm not taking pot boiling water to face.
As y'all can see, she never threw water on them. Y'all want to watch this? Link will be down in the description, y'all. It'll be in the description of my last video. But y'all just let me know what y'all think. Let me know. Come on, y'all.